Hello and welcome to another Draw With Me session. I'm Brooke, I'm the artist behind Punky Doodle Art, and today we are going to try to fill up a sketchbook spread with some alcohol markers like I did last time, and we're going to be using my handy dandy ELO sketchbook that I just started last week. I only did this one page that I'm showing you right now, so I wanted to finish this out, and I wanted to do something that was on theme for this page because I wanted it to look like I did this all with intention, which I did not, but hey, we're going to pretend like I did, okay? We're going to pretend, fake it till you make it, and there's no harm in that. I probably won't even remember that I did this separately on 2 different days in the future, in like a week probably. I'm just kidding, maybe not a week, maybe like a month, I'll forget. And if it isn't clear what I am drawing yet, it is fishing lures, because on the other page I did some fish and a cat with a fish in its mouth, and I couldn't think of anything else except like fishing accessories. And since I have recently realized that I do like talking and just yapping about random stuff, and it also seems like you guys kind of like that, I think that you might like listening to me talk. I don't know. Yeah, you're here, so I'm assuming it's not terrible. Okay, so I'm going to tell you some stories that I am thinking of while I am drawing this. So the first thing that comes to my brain whenever I think of fishing lures is going fishing as a kid. I didn't really like going fishing, honestly, but like my family loved going fishing for some reason. I spent so many hours just sitting there doing nothing, waiting for a fish to get on the fishing pole and catch it. That was like the dumbest description of fishing I've ever heard. One day in particular comes to mind because my stepdad loved to go fishing. He loved to go fishing all the time. And one day he wanted me to go with him, and I was like, all right, cool. I'm not doing anything else. I'm just bored kind of. So yeah, I'll go fishing with you. I was excited to go on this particular day because he was going out on a boat instead of just sitting on the side of the shore and just catching fish, because I wanted to ride on a boat. I thought that sounded kind of fun. But little did I know what I was committing to was far beyond what I expected. So we went out on the boat, and of course, I'm not that good at fishing. I'm just kind of there for the boat ride. As time went on, I was just like, man, this is taking a long time. This is just getting kind of boring. I didn't really know what time it was. So like I was so bored. I was like kind of thinking like maybe I'm just bored and that's why it seems like it's taking so long. But then I accidentally fell asleep on the boat. I am quite possibly one of the worst people this could have happened to, because I practically glow in the sun. I am so pale, and I wear SPF 100 plus. Like, I'm not kidding. And I still get a sunburn. So if you are guessing that I got a really bad sunburn, you are correct. I woke up, and to my surprise, I accidentally fell asleep on this boat for 6 hours. Like, what? I don't understand how I just like fell asleep in those conditions. But when you're a kid, you can just kind of fall asleep anywhere under any condition. So when I woke up, I realized it was 6 hours later, and I definitely had a horrible sunburn. And another thing is that we used to have a pond at my papa's house. He made this pond himself with a backhoe, and they had a bunch of catfish inside of it. And I remember they had this like fish food, and they were crazy for that fish food. They would like jump out of the water and like grab it and stuff. But anyway, talking about this pond, I used to have a pet duck. I got this duck at this like flea market. I know it's kind of random, but at my papa's house, we lived on like a farm, so it wasn't like a huge deal, but still. I didn't even ask, and I just showed up at home with a duck, and then we had to take care of it. We had to learn how to take care of a duck and stuff, but it was fine. It lived for a long time, and it even thought it was a dog. So it hung out with our dogs. We had like a beagle and like another like mixed breed, and it just hung out with the dogs. It really thought it was a dog. Like the dogs were running everywhere, it would run around with it, and this duck had the most generic name ever. If you can possibly imagine what the most generic name for a duck would be, it was Donald. This duck was named Donald. I know, creative. I was like 8, so please give me a break, okay? I'm convinced this duck actually thought it was a dog and not a duck. This duck did not like to go in the water. It was like afraid of the water. So we would try to get it to go into the pond, like whatever, just try to get it to go in the pond by like throwing treats and stuff in the water, and it would not go in there. It refused to go in the water. Like it would run away from the water. I don't understand. Yeah, I think we got a defective duck. But that kind of reminded me, one time I was at my friend's house, and she lived on a farm. She had like way more animals, and one of the animals she had was chickens, and they just kind of roamed free. They were just free roaming chickens. They had like a cage and stuff they sat in at night. But one time this chicken had like chicks. One of the chicks got stuck in the cage, and it was like chirping really loudly. And I was like, oh my gosh, I need to go get that chick and save it from being stuck over there. So I did that. But the mom chicken, oh my, she did not like that. She started freaking attacking me, and like all I was doing was trying to get her baby out, but she just did not understand. She thought I was like hurting it, but it was just scared because it was stuck, and I was just trying to help. I have never been attacked by a chicken. That was the one and only time I've been attacked by a chicken, thankfully. But you would not believe the dumb stuff that me and my friend did, because we had basically no supervision. We could just run around that farm and do whatever we wanted. And one of the stupid things that we used to do was get like a plastic grocery bag from like Kroger or something, and get on top of her roof of her house and jump off of it and act like those plastic bags were parachutes, which obviously they were not. And I just can't believe we never got hurt doing that. I'm so lucky that I didn't seriously hurt myself in any way. Another thing that me and my friend used to like to do, which wasn't quite as dangerous, I guess. We used to like to pack a little picnic, and it was just like random stuff like cookies and like a pop or something. And we would go and act like we were on like an expedition, like in the woods. We would go in the woods and just like walk as far as we could go. And then when we got tired, we would sit down and act like we were like walking through like uncharted territory, and we would sit there and have a little like picnic kind of thing. I really enjoyed that. I would like to do that. 10 out of 10 would do that again today if I had the opportunity. Another thing that me and my friend did was to go in the woods, and for some reason in this like Appalachian forest, there was like a crazy amount of bamboo. I guess someone probably planted it there and it like spread everywhere, but like, I don't know. Anyway, this bamboo was like everywhere. We had a machete for some reason. Like they let us as like elementary children have a machete. I don't know. Again, no supervision at all. Luckily, I never got hurt again, but we had a machete. So we would like chop down pieces of bamboo, which is like really hard to cut down, but we would get all of these and then we would try to make like a little house. And I remember we spent like days upon days, probably weeks, every day going out there and putting this house together that we were making. It wasn't like anything crazy or anything, but like we did have multiple rooms in this house, and it wasn't too shabby, and we would go take our picnics there too. And I very vividly remember eating a moon pie inside of that bamboo house thing we made. I never had a moon pie until I went to her house, and that was like one snack that they always had for some reason. Another time when we were in those woods by the bamboo, I'm not joking, I didn't even know that this was possible like in America, but there were anthills there in like undisturbed like territory. There were anthills there that were probably like 4 feet tall. They were like as tall as I was at the time. Yeah, it was like scary because I don't know, I had been attacked by fire ants before in the past, so I was like, oh my gosh, I cannot get near that anthill. I don't want to get attacked by ants again. That was so crazy. Like I said, I didn't even know that was possible in this area to have anthills that big. Like, oh my gosh, is that normal? Okay, so I just looked it up, and apparently they're called Allegheny mound ants, and supposedly that is normal for that area, but it says that they can have mounds up to 4 feet tall and 3 feet deep underneath, so that's pretty impressive, I'm gonna say. But apparently they kill like all the vegetation around them, so I don't know, that might be good, that might be bad, I don't know. But it also said that they are very aggressive, and if you get near their mound, they will attack you. So little me made the correct decision in not bothering them, even though I really wanted to see what was going on up there, you know. Another really dumb thing that me and my friend did at her house while being unsupervised was to go and climb on electric poles. It's not really a pole, it's like a tower. It's like huge. It's the ones that are like 100 plus feet tall. And for some reason we would climb on those, and it was very dangerous. I'm thinking back now, it was so scary because like just being around those type of electric wires, it was like the sound that they were making. It's very scary now that I think about it. In fact, I don't know how I survived into adulthood with all of these just dangerous things I did. I was just very prone to doing dangerous things, I guess. I think that happens when you have no supervision. It's like survival of the fittest, and I survived, baby. Yes, I did. But oh my gosh, not me doing an entire art piece and not talking about it at all. That's pretty typical. I got distracted. But here, I'm going to start talking about it now, actually. You know, I had to pull out the glitter gel pen. This is a grabby glitter gel pen, and it works pretty well, actually. And it seemed pretty fitting because every fishing lure I've ever seen in my entire life has some kind of like glittery aspect to it. I don't know if it's to like catch the fish's attention in the water or something, but hey, I'm not going to argue. I like to draw sparkly things, sparkly accents, and I think it really elevated this. It's definitely not as good as I wanted it to be. It looks a little sparse compared to the other side, but hey, it fits the theme of this spread, and it kind of looks like I did this intentionally. I don't know. Do you guys think it looks like I did this intentionally? Because if it does, it's just luck. It's lucky. I don't know. One side has sparkles and one side doesn't, and that's fine with me. I don't care. I can say that I am not super disappointed with this spread. This is the first spread in my new sketchbook, and I'm glad to say that when I open this page that I will be at least satisfied that I have something that is not horrendous. Yeah, I do like it. I love this one little green fishing lure in the middle of this page. It's so cute. I love the little highlights in the eyes of the fish-shaped fishing lures. Okay, thank you so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please subscribe to this channel. I'm trying very, very hard to grow this channel. Please like this video, leave a comment. Hey, I will see you guys in the next one. Thank you again. Bye-bye.